Hey everybody, Matthew with Parkway Business Solutions, and well, this evening I decided I want to play around with GoToWebinar, and I wanted to take a look at the back end. I've had a little bit of difficulty recently with Zoom, albeit I'm actually using Zoom right now to record this, but I've had some difficulty with Zoom and some other customer service, so I wanted to take a peek and see what else is out there on the market and what we can do with it. So I'm going to jump in here, and this is kind of be an overview of what's capable with this. Let's see here, wrong window. So we'll go here. All right, so GoToWebinar dashboard. I literally just set up, I think it's a 7-day trial or something like that. Yep, 7 days. This is the back end of their program, kind of what everything looks like. I came into here, and the first thing I did previously was go right into settings to kind of see what could or could not be done. Select how attendees will call into your webinar. You can either do built-in or you can do custom numbers and set that up. You've got a dark theme and a light theme. For the video, I'm sticking to light, just seems like it'd be nicer. And so webcam, of course, you've got the ability of webcam sharing for staff is optional. Kind of the whole point of this stuff is having webcams on, I personally think, so it should be on. Recording, whether it's going to be set up for auto record, and the transcription is pretty cool. I haven't tested it, but the idea that it's auto transcription inside of it, that's pretty neat. I'm sure we'll see something like that pretty soon in the near future with Zoom because it doesn't have that yet. So save recordings to video library. So not only do they do a video library, but they actually have something a little bit better than that. It's like you can do your own special channels that you can then save. So you can save webinars, videos, everything to that, and basically set it up as like video on demand. Let's see here, or save it to your computer only. You've got your notifications, of course, yay, that kind of stuff. So now, if we assume we've got everything set up there, our video library here is where everything would go to. Analytics, we can go to manage channels. So the channels is what I was talking about, where you can do a go to stage channel and create something there. Let's go back to our dashboard. And I just did a sample webinar, basically. Jumped on, invited Linda in to kind of see what that would be like, to be able to see kind of the controls. If we click on the 3 dots, we can see start, share, practice, copy webinar, and edit. We go edit the webinar, change your description, date, time, all the important information as you would expect all through here. So it's all making it easy to get to and ready for promoting it out and about. So again, organizer, panelist, settings on here, auto record, so it will automatically record for you. Your phone number set up for the audio for people to call into, whether you want a PIN number or not. You can do a special welcome message, and then of course you can have presenters in a waiting room that you can bring them in. Branding, colors, of course, your logo, your feature image, all that type of stuff. Sharing the event. So sharing the event is going to be URL. You can, of course, if you have the app downloaded to your computer, you could do just the webinar ID number if you wanted, as well as you can make it to where this publishes straight to your channel. I do like the channel thing. That's something that Zoom does not do, so that's kind of cool. Registration, different limits. So you can actually, depending on the size of the account you have, you can limit the amounts. You know, we've been on one that has like up to 1,000 attendees. You could limit it at 200 if you wanted to make it more like private, unique, you know, so forth, get people to sign for the next one. Source tracking was cool because you can set up like I did here, name it, we'll say Matthew Facebook, gives me a very specific registration link that when I go and I put that wherever I want, now I'm tracking the activity off of that. So a great use of that would be actually using different links for different social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff, to really see where you're getting the best engagement. Registration questions, exactly what it sounds like. People are signing up, what information is going to be asked and what's necessary. Approval side, custom confirmation page, so basically a redirect to a landing page of your choice. Registration notifications, so they tell me when people registered, password for the event, and then after session video. So I do like this. This basically becomes a video on demand where you could sell subscriptions, so forth, and have it where people can access it that way. customize emails that are going out to people, how often, so forth, and then engaging your attendees will give you the ability to do surveys, polls, handouts, and videos. So videos, you can actually do a couple different videos on here and then be able to just choose from it to be able to do like, we'll display it on a live stream. So if we go back to the top, of course, what I'm not seeing that I was really, really hoping for was actually some kind of integration or implementation to make it easy to live stream a GoToWebinar meeting somewhere else. I did come up with a way to do this, which you'll probably get to see sometime soon. So I could go, boom, click practice and go straight into it, of course. I don't think we have anything else we need to show you here, so let's do that. Let's go, let's just go start. See what it does. So I've got this set up. It would invite other people into it. I can go open to, boom. It's going to open this up. Verifying my ID. And it should pull up the webinar pretty quick here. Now I could, of course, add it to my...
Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an organizer and may now speak to any other organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
And exits are to this side and to this side, and you'll also have 2 more in the back. Thank you and have a good day. Just kidding. Okay, so some of the things I like best about GoToWebinar are things like the audience view. You can actually see exactly what the audience would be viewing at this time, so it's just that pop-up panel. So if I want to go to my sharing, and this can be hard trying to find this stuff the first time you do it, you can come in and you can choose what screen it is that you want to share. So I do like, and you get these little, like, it's going to change between my multiple monitors or my multiple different windows, whatever it is that you like to show. So if I go, I like the fact it does a clean mode, so it can just hide all my icons for me, so I don't actually have to hide the icons. That's kind of neat that it does that. So let's go, we'll go like this, hide the icons, show. Oops, I think I just doubled down on that. So now we're going to say start the broadcast.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, attendees in listen-only mode. We are now live recording and nobody's here. So it is showing on here. Let's see if we can move this over to a different monitor so you can see that it's actually showing that monitor. You can stop sharing the screen. You can actually go to webcam as well. And this is kind of neat. You can choose which webcam you're going to show or not. Let's go share my webcam. So up to this point, nobody was actually seeing me previously. So now the webcam would be up there as well. And with the webcam turned on, I should be able to choose like which of the webcams, if I had multiples, that I want to choose from. So from there, we saw dashboard engaged. Again, this is how long it's going. If it's supposed to be an hour, you're getting a countdown to remind you how much time you have left, which is great. How many people are in attendance. I really love the attentiveness of the attendance. That's a pretty cool feature. So you can actually see how many people are focused on this and engaged versus doing the, looking off to the side because they're working at the same time. I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes we just have to work and listen until we hear something and then we go. You can see a list of your attendees. Your polls can be pulled up through here. Questions, this is where you do question and answer type information. You'll have chat, your different handouts, so forth. So it's really interesting to see this from the other perspective where you're actually controlling all of this information. So I hope this unique little video, I don't think anybody's actually done a video quickly showing GoToWebinar, but I wanted to dive in, kind of see what I could or couldn't do. This is kind of what it looks like. I was hoping it could possibly be a replacement for Zoom, but I have to be honest, I think that Zoom is still, they're two different beasts, but for what I really would use it for, Zoom is really doing what I want. I have figured out how to use green screen with GoToWebinar, so if you want to know how to do that, reach out. You can check me out at QB Community Live. or reach out directly to us, through Spoticus on Facebook. And as always, here's wishing you all a very successful week.